think I'm late. Welcome to Nosy Bystanders Live. I'm your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. We got a little bit of news today. Got a little bit to talk about. I wasn't here yesterday, and it's not for lack of trying. I literally fell asleep. So I don't know what was wrong. I think I took a long nap for no apparent goddamn reason. So today we are going to be discussing a couple of things. So I want to talk about the federal lawsuit with Tasha K and Cardi B, and then I want to get to Tekashi 6ix9ine because a lot of that going around. And then in regards to the person who had attacked Tekashi, because that's crazy. Yesterday, I we watched or not yesterday, but Tuesday. I'm sorry, Monday. We had discussed. I want to get to the story real quick, but we had talked about Tamar Braxton and what's that one girl's name, Kandi Burruss, in regards to them. Todd essentially, what's the word I'm looking for? Threatening Tamar. So when we talked about that, toward the end of the episode, we had found out that Tamar was saying a lot of nasty, crazy stuff. Then I took the time out yesterday, since I already missed the show, and I decided, let me go look at what occurred on Big Brother Season 2, the celebrity version, with Kandi and Tamar, and what was the conversation had there. And again, it was more disingenuousness from Tamar. Now, granted, Kandi was already being dismissive by laughing, but Tamar seems like she's trying to correct her wrong by defending Carlos King when it wasn't her business to defend, right? So I was watching all that back, and then I guess Kandi put out a statement, or she put out a video. It looked like she was live streaming, and she had put out a video in regards to what was occurring with her and Tamar. So I wish we would have got to that yesterday. That's what I really wanted to get to yesterday, but I did watch it, and yeah, it seems like no one really knows the true story of what happened between Kandi and Carlos King. And I think in order for people to be able to pick a side officially for the last and final straw, I think we need to hear what that story is. And I think that's the part that Kandi seems to be negating, and Carlos King, right? Because Kandi is out here thoroughly accusing him of being a thief, but then no one really knows the circumstances or the details of this thievery. So unless they both of them respectively come out and tell us what is it that you're being thoroughly accused of, then we're all just up in the air. You know what I mean? We're all just up in the air. But before we get to this story with Cardi B and Tasha K, let's see who's all in the building. What's up, that girl Chris? Hello, Virgo Bay. Hello, Kamiko. Hello, Just Bougie. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Amber. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Sophie. Hello, Deidre says, hey guys, hey. Hello, Outspoken Introvert. Hello, Cheese Hill. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Callie. How you doing today? Anybody here from Facebook? Yeah, what's up, Watson? How you doing today? Hello, Greer J. Hello, Ro Thomas. Hello, Kawana. How you doing today? Hello, Sakura says, those TikToks showing Kandi singing has sending me. I tagged you. I saw it. And thank you again for tagging me in it, because honey child, after I watched, I know, you see the zit, and I got a date on Saturday. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to put some makeup on it. And then you see these? These are new. I'm just not supposed to be destined for greatness, okay? I'm just not destined for greatness this weekend. Yes, I am. That's just this goddamn zit. But yeah, I saw Kandi singing. Now, I actually watched Kandi sing. I don't want to sound mean, and I'm not a music connoisseur, so I feel like this is not my place. But just off of just straight listening to videos of Kandi Burruss singing, I think there has to be some. If you don't listen to Kandi Burruss singing, if you listen to Kandi Burruss singing, and you still, to this day, don't think that her mother's throwing root, You out your mind. You out your mind. You out your mind. You out your mind. If you think, I'm just being straight up and down. If you listen to Kandi Burruss sing and you don't think her mama throwing root, because ain't no way someone with a voice like that should have ever had a career in anything. Let's be for real. Someone throwing root on her career, okay, and a good root. Somebody throwing good root on her career. Somebody throwing good root on her career, because they just like make all and every music executive deaf beyond measure when Kandi walks in the room and auditions, because somebody's throwing her. Somebody got an altar with Candy's voice on it. Because when I watched those videos back, I was like, child. She is a great, now don't get me wrong, she's a great songwriter. Kandi is notable for tons and tons and tons of songs, written songs. You can't take that away from her, but whoever sang them is not the person who wrote them, okay? So she was writing the lyrics and she had somebody else singing it so she could hear the tune of it, because it wasn't herself, okay? Just terrible. This reminds me, says Mama Joyce's root will be better served to stop all the Kandi shows getting canceled. Honey child. Yeah, that's it. But let's get into this story with Cardi B. Story broke yesterday in regards to the appellate court and Tasha K filing an appeal in order to either squash or get a retrial or another summary judgment in the case against Cardi B. So it says a judge has denied the YouTuber Tasha K's appeal after she was found guilty of defamation against Cardi B and will have to pay out millions in damages and legal fees. Tasha K said, and I quote, "Talk about a check my mouth can't cash." This, according to BuzzFeed, says YouTuber and gossip blogger Tasha K has lost her appeal against the defamation lawsuit filed by the Grammy winner Cardi B. An Atlantic jury initially ruled in the rapper's favor when the case concluded in January of last year and ordered Kibi, which is Tasha K's legal name, to pay the rapper the sum of $4 million for defamation, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional harm. I did not know she was also awarded damages for invasion of privacy. I wonder how far that went. The controversial creator, whose legal name is Tasha K, issued an apology on Twitter in a now deleted post. Oh, she deleted it. And she said, "I wrote, today we throw in the white flag. What happened will never happen again. To Cardi and her team, I apologize sincerely. We live and we learn." And then it goes on to say on Instagram, Kibi shared a screenshot of her apology along with a caption, "Talk about a mouth my check can't cash." Kibi lost her appeal on Tuesday after a court of appeals for the 11th Circuit concluded that the content creator, who has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, failed to provide enough compelling evidence in her innocence. Defendant Tasha K asked for a new trial, saying that there was insufficient evidence for the jury's verdict against her. But as she all but admits, she didn't make either of the required post-verdict motions in the district court, the appeals court wrote. But as she all but admits, she didn't make either of the required post-verdict motions. Oh. This says, and I quote, "She never tells us where the 5,550-page record the district court's alleged errors can be found," the court added, "because Kibi's brief fell well short of what we require. She has abandoned this argument." Huh. So she abandoned the argument. It's not as though she lost. It's not like she got an additional. It's not like the judge got her motion and was like, we're denying your ability to appeal. She never filed the motion. Now, let me tell you guys this. This is something you should know. An appellate attorney is the same as a trial attorney, right? They all work in trial, but appellate attorneys are specific to filing appeals. So if you are a person who has been thoroughly convicted of a crime, or you're facing a civil suit, you can file a motion in the appellate court, but typically you're not going to get your trial attorney to do it because most trial attorneys don't deal in the appellate court, but most appellate attorneys do, and then vice versa. So but appellate attorneys, unfortunately, they're quite few and far between, and they're incredibly expensive. And I'm not saying that Tasha K couldn't afford this appellate attorney. That's not what I'm arguing. What I am arguing is that they are incredibly expensive, and Tasha K went through an entire trial process, which can be hampering to somebody's, finances, and it is. I can guarantee you, Tasha K paid anywhere between 250 thousand and $500,000 for her trial attorney in her first trial with Cardi B. So that money, when you're filing an appeals process, can sometimes be doubled or tripled, and that's just what it is. Cardi B did win her legal fees from her attorneys, and I think they summed up anywhere between 1.5 and 1.9 million dollars. So Cardi B's attorneys were already incredibly expensive. Do you understand what I mean? So these are really, really expensive attorneys. These are not your lock, stock, and barrel public defender. They're not those kind of attorneys. These are very on both ends. Tasha K and Cardi B's respective attorneys, they're very skilled attorneys when it comes to things like that. Now, people have argued that Tasha K did not have the proper attorney, that she needed a trial attorney and a civil attorney. And I don't believe that. I think that's what people are arguing, that the current attorney who did represent her did not have that background in order to be able to properly defend her. So, but getting an appellate attorney, these are just really, really, really expensive things to get. And I'm not saying, again, I just want to make sure we clarify that this is not to say that Tasha K can't afford these attorneys. It's just to say they're expensive attorneys. So if I were someone who was in that predicament, being sued and then having to file an appeal, I probably would think about that. I probably would think twice about it. Like, is it worth the appeal, right? Will I be paid more for the appeal, or just simply just paying the summary judgment? And sometimes it might be easier just to pay the summary judgment. Does that make sense to you guys? Sometimes it's just easier to be like, fuck it. Because you could lose, and they could double it and make you pay it twice, right? So some people are just like, let me just pay the appellant. 1 second, let's continue into this article. Okay, so the article goes on to say, hold on, let me pull it up. The article goes on to say that BuzzFeed News has contacted Kibi and Cardi B for comment, but did not receive a response before the deadline. The lawsuit, first filed in 2019 by Cardi B, whose real name is Bellicus, something quite authentic, her last name, came in response to several defamatory comments Kibi made online in her videos for the YouTube channel Tasha K Unwind. Kibi made spurious claims about the rapper, including that she had performed an actual act with a bottle, had been unfaithful to her husband, rapper Offset, and had contracted herpes. In her appeal to the initial ruling, Kibi claimed that the jury was presented with lopsided evidence, and in October, Kibi was ordered by the judge to either pay up or secure a bond while her appeal was being considered. Despite initially vowing to fight the ruling all the way to the Supreme Court if need be, the 41-year-old appeared to concede with the latest outcome in an uploaded and edited photo of herself dressed in a McDonald's uniform, along with the caption says, Tasha K gets a job. She she said, I will let y'all know what part-time gig I can get to pay off my gosh darn debt. Hashtag I ain't got it. but I'm gonna get it, Kibi wrote. The article goes on to say that the state of Kibi's finances remain unclear. The Georgia blogger has joked about having no more than $1,083 in her bank account and had previously spoken about plans to relocate to Africa. Leading lawyers for Cardi B to warn Kibi was taking steps to avoid payment. There's some comments here. I guess we can't read the comments. I would have liked to read the comments. I didn't know BuzzFeed had a comment section, but yeah, okay. So yeah, she, you know, according to the judge, she didn't file the appeal in time. And so, you know, yeah. Let me get some of your comments. This from Jacqueline Harris says Tasha K is allegedly interviewing tonight Rocky's side chick, escape member's husband. Ooh, that'll be juicy. Now, remember a couple of weeks back, that side chick, if you guys don't remember, had posted a photo of a baby, I believe, or something of that nature, and then deleted it, and then came back on Instagram or Twitter and said that her page was hacked, and it kind of just went under the radar. So, maybe she was scared. Maybe he threatened her. That's why she deleted it and just said, hey, I got hacked. And that that escape member, I forget what her name is, like, oh, they have a loving marriage and I would never do something like that. Remember that post? Do you guys remember that? I thought that was strange, but I want to hear her full. I'll probably watch it tonight. That's going to be interesting because if she was threatened to take it down, that's not fair. If you felt like that, you shouldn't have had a baby with her. It was a sonogram. That's right, Amber. Yeah, it was a sonogram. I remember that. It was like something unusual. Yeah. Good for her for coming forward, you know, and hopefully after she does an interview with Tasha K, she doesn't take a step back and try to deny it like I was coerced. No, girl, just put the story out there and call it a day. You know what I mean? It's your story too. So like, don't let nobody weasel you or bully you into not telling your truth, you know, like, yeah, it's her story to tell. So good for her for sitting down. Like, and I'm being serious. Good for her for sitting down with Tasha K because when she had initially published that sonogram, she was really terrified. You could tell. You could tell she was scared. Oh, my page was hacked and something else, and people were just like, "Girl, no, it wasn't." You know, no, it wasn't. So, mm. Interesting. Let me get to some more of your comments from Just Blue. She says, so people in her life don't tell her to stop while this is happening. Who are you referring to? This from April says, he's not trying to be the next Kevin Williams, Woody Williams' ex-husband. Well, you got a side chick and your wife is the only one gainfully employed. That's where you're going to end up. Kevin had it good because he thought Wendy was a dummy. That's why. That's the only reason why Kevin's soft life turned to ashes. That's the only reason why. Because Kevin thought, oh, Wendy just a dummy, so I'm just going to do what I want to do. But Wendy was plotting and scheming and plotting. She was. And I would have did the same thing too. I'm not going to lie to you. I would have did the same thing too. This from Jacqueline says, yes, she has receipts. And Kevin tried to talk Tasha out of doing the interview. You're not going to talk Tasha K out of that interview. And no one should, no matter who she sat down with, whether she sat down with Tasha K or Wendy Williams. He shouldn't be trying to talk nobody out of nothing. Who cares? If she's lying, here's my thing to the husband, right? If she's lying, then sue her for lying. Or ignore it. Be like, she's a liar. I don't know that woman. Why are you pressed to stopping her from doing an interview? Apparently a woman you don't know or a woman who's just clout chasing. Who cares? Unless she's telling the truth. Which I believe. I believe she's telling the truth. I don't think a woman does not lie about a baby. I mean, women lie about babies, but her story seems a little bit different for me. You know what I mean? Her story seems a little bit different. So I don't think she's lying at all. I don't think she's lying at all. I think she's telling the truth, you know? I think she's telling the truth. So yeah. Um, and there's no reason to not believe her. You know, there's no reason to not believe her. She is just a bit. Listen, if she's pregnant, obviously the ball's in her court. She's pregnant with a baby. I don't know if she had that baby yet. I think she might have had that baby because she posted that a while back, that sonogram. So she can just easily just go get a paternity test. Men are so dumb. Men are just, they don't even think. Child. This from Nurse Jackie. What's up, Nurse Jackie? Says he bullied people with threats, like the 6ix9ine type of threats. Yeah, I believe that. Heck yeah, I believe that. That dude's a monster, and he deserves. And if his wife leaves him, he deserves it. It's that simple. If your wife leaves you, you deserve it. Because why are you cheating on your wife? Men will do everything but go to therapy. Men will do everything but divorce you. Men will do everything but tell you their feelings. Crazy. Like, honey, I haven't been happy in our marriage. I feel like our sex life is dry. I was just hoping one day maybe we could just like start doing date nights and, spice things up. Don't tell her that. Just go cheat. Oh, honey, we're having a really hard time with finances. And I think that we should just start like slowing down and really kind of looking at that. Maybe seek out a financial advisor. Murder her. Like, they don't make no sense. Men don't be making no sense. You just be like, they'll do everything but just tell you the truth. It's insane. This from YV says, sounds like all of these husbands/managers, hamagers, husbanders be putting root on their wives. Mm-hmm. And do. It sound like root throwing. Here's my thing. When I joke about throwing root, you guys, I think most people in their heads, they think, oh, you got an altar and you got chickens with their heads off and goat blood. It's not that deep, y'all. You can throw root meditatively, prayer, all kinds of ways. Sex is a form of throwing root. There's a term called digmatize where you sleep with a man or whatever like that, and or pussy whipped, right? Where you sleep with a man, sleep with a woman, and their sex is so good you're thinking outside of, you're not even thinking rationally at that point. That's root. Okay? That is somebody throwing root. And you don't even realize. Some people are like, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. That's throwing root. That's throwing root. Come on now. Food. Yes, food. Come on now. Like, be for real. You could put root on somebody just by feeding them. It's that simple. By how you wash their clothes. By how you talk to them. There was a viral TikTok video. This girl, she was, her and her husband had bought a home, and they're Hispanic. And her mom, and the reason why I'm gonna tell you why they're Hispanic is there's for a reason, because her mom, turns out her mother-in-law was practicing La Santeria, and she thought that there was somebody in her room at night. Turns out it was her mother-in-law, his mother, as she was sleeping, throwing root. Okay, root is not as just like, stop thinking of, I think when people think about throwing root, I think it starts to get really like defamatory toward religion. Like, oh, it's got to be some like witch doctor in a cave with feathers and blood and cats everywhere. Come on, y'all, be for real. Now, there are people who do that in different tribes and different developed nations and all across the globe, Papua New Guinea and New Orleans, all those places. But there are people who do simple root practices that are simpler than you think. So when I say somebody's throwing root, that's what I mean. And I don't want nobody in the comment section like, oh, Steph, that's so mean. No, it's not. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. And y'all be like, I don't understand how these moms be having these, emotional relationships with their sons, because they're throwing root on their sons. Duh. Because the mother has fantasized about building the perfect man because she can't find one. So when she bore a son, she's throwing root on him to be the perfect husband. Or have you not seen that trend where these 18-year-old boys are taking their moms to prom? That is root throwing. Because what would possess an 18-year-old boy in the prime of his life, preparing for college or the army or a trade school, to be like, you know what? My girlfriend, who I've been with for a number of years through high school to the most focal point of our entire high school years, is prom. Let me take my mama. And that's not root. Come on, man. Get out of here with that. Please get out of here with that. If you don't believe in root throwing, you throw in root. Okay, it's that simple. If you don't believe in it, you throw in it. Candy's mom, she throws root. Okay, these men who be having these women under these weird spells and these husbanders having their wives doing all this kind of crazy cockamamie stuff, they're throwing root. Okay, it's all root throwing. Okay, there's just different ways on how people do it. And food, Bo Lady, is absolutely correct, is another form of it. So that I need y'all to get that notion out of your head. It's not people in caves with feathers and shit. You know, it's like, I mean, yeah, granted, they do that, but it's also in very subtle ways. And it can be learned and it can be done over years and years and years and years and years and years and years of time. And then you wonder, why do I have this toxic relationship with my daughter? Why do I have this toxic relationship with my son? Why do I have a toxic relationship with my mom? She was throwing root on you since birth, child. That's why. That's all root throwing practices, okay? This from Shaw says, one thing Steph gonna do is expose the root thrower. Yes, I have. This from Abel says, yep, my uncle had a root put on him back in the day. They had to go to Dr. Bazard in North Carolina to get rid of it. He's deceased now. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, your words are spells because you spell your words. That's right. This from Mama G says, oh, what do you mean throw a root? Like, using black magic to get people to do stuff, bend things in your favor, you know, tear people apart, separate relationships, like it's like planting seeds is how I look at it. It's like a seed planting thing, it's like you're planting seeds, you know, it's like a planting seeds kind of thing. So yeah, it's something like that. It's like planting a seed in someone's head, that, whispering their ear, making them think things, like when they come to you for advice, but you're giving them really poor advice, but they're the type of person, they have that like fixed personality where they lean on you because they're like, oh, she's telling the truth, because they're weak-minded. So root throwing only works on the weak. It does, until they break free of it, and then you just move on, This from Bucci says, is there a root for the power child? I wish. This from Sakura says, the stuff is real and I ain't fooling with it. Same. It's real and I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it, but I can see it a mile away. But you guys, here's our next story. This is a story about 6ix9ine, child. TMZ reported, honey, it's gruesome. This from TMZ. Tekashi 6ix9ine has been savagely beaten by a group of men inside a South Florida gym. With injuries so bad, the controversial rapper was rushed to the hospital by ambulance. 6ix9ine's attorney, Lance Lazaro, tells TMZ that the rapper was inside a sauna Tuesday at the LA Fitness when all of a sudden he was attacked by several guys without warning. Lazaro says 6ix9ine tried to fight off the combats, but there were too many of them, beating him to a pulp before fleeing. Lance, the attorney, notes that 6ix9ine did not have security with him at the time of the attack. Gym staff heard the commotion and immediately notified the manager. Police and EMS were there on the scene, and he was transported to a hospital by ambulance. It says, we've obtained a photo of 6ix9ine taken from the hospital where you can see the damage to his face with gashes and swelling. We're told that he also suffers injuries to his jaw, ribs, and his back. Yikes. The next step, Lazaro says, is to plan to call the feds to make sure 6ix9ine gets the protection he clearly needs. Remember, he was granted early release from federal prison after cooperating with authorities to land several of his gang member cohorts behind bars. I think they have an image, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, geez Louise. Yeah. I mean, I just don't, I don't think violence is the answer to nothing. I don't care what nobody do, period, point blank, period. Because if you was in the position, you would have snitched to the feds too. It's that simple. I think people and I'm not talking to street people who only live by the street code or whatever it is they do on a daily basis. I'm talking to people with common sense. And if you have a hard time understanding 6ix9ine's story, let me just sum it up for you as simple as I can. 6ix9ine was a local rapper in the New York area, and he was rising really fast because 6ix9ine had a way with the internet, because he's young and he's a Gen Zer. He's a Gen Z. He's not a millennial, he's a Gen Zer. So he has his way with the internet and he's doing really well. And 6ix9ine started off exactly like Doja Cat, which a lot of people don't give him credit for, as a parody rapper. He would make these parody jokes and these parody raps, but they started to turn out into something. And that's the same thing that Doja Cat did. She would make all these parody songs, parody raps, parody songs, things like that, videos. And then it turned into something. And then she ended up getting signed with Roc Nation. They ended up dropping her, which was a terrible idea on their part. But 6ix9ine started off as just doing these funny jokes, but in a style of rap. And it got the attention of music executives. When 6ix9ine started to really come up in his neighborhood, a group by the name of, I forget the name of the gang, whatever. So I can't remember their name. Call them Blue. So a group by the name of Blue came up, a gang group called the name Blue. I can't think of it right now, but they saw the rise in his popularity, and they told him, like most organized crimes do, they tell you, hey, we'll protect you. You just hire us on as your security, and then you wear a couple of our flags in your music videos, your parody music videos, and bing, bang, boom, you got a deal. And that's what 6ix9ine did as a young and up and coming literal internet sensation, because he wasn't really considered a rapper then. The only reason why I know this is because I watched his documentary. So he's coming up, rising really fast, but the money's coming in fast too. And now all of these gang members who he has co-aligned with, they want a cut of it, but he didn't mind because the money was flowing. So he starts to appoint these gang members. Some of them are security, some of them manage his bookings, some of them manage his show, some of them manage his appearances, and that's fine because they're doing a good job. Up until 6ix9ine started to get bigger deals, and when he started aligning with himself with larger music management companies, they were like, you need real management. Like, you need real managers, because Shotty was his manager. You need real managers. You need real security. You need real this. And so 6ix9ine, as a young up-and-coming rapper, he was like, okay, you're right. I probably do need a real manager. You know what I mean? Because someone who can manage multi-million-dollar deals, and that's fine. So he did it. But those gang members, they didn't like that too much. So they threatened to unalive his mother and children, taking pictures in front of his mother's home. Sick. They kidnapped him, which a lot of people just fail to think about. Kidnapped him in broad daylight. You know what they also did while he was sitting at a meeting in Beverly Hills with a music executive? They did a drive-by shooting in front of a restaurant. So what people are failing to realize is that although 6ix9ine is this internet troll, take all of that out of play. Think about how his career started. And think of all of the stuff that he had to endure just to get away from these henchmen and sociopaths. He gets caught up, gets locked up. He's snitching on them, because why would you protect a bunch of people who kidnapped you and threatened to unalive your mother? Be for real. We live in the real world. And then this Yahoo comes out of nowhere attacking a man at a sauna. Are you crazy? He's at a sauna. You understand what I mean? You don't even know him. What kind of get back is this? So that's really the whole gist of the story. Now, 6ix9ine's story does get quite interesting. And I actually, at the time of the height of his going to trial and all these other things, I actually downloaded a piece transcripts from his testimony and a lot of those, him snitching cases or whatever. So Y'all, it's deep. Because he snitched on Jim Jones. He snitched on Cardi B. But they couldn't find any conjunction because Cardi B and Jim Jones move really smooth. They're both gang members. Let's keep that real. That is real. They are real gang members, okay? But they keep it at such a low level that it's hard for the feds to build a case on them. But I promise you right now, in about 2 to 3 years, they gonna come get them. They're definitely, and that's really sad to think about it in that sense, because I don't know Cardi B's like, you know, story, but according to those court transcripts from 6ix9ine, I don't think 6ix9ine would lie about that. It would make no sense. He was already in trouble. What's the point of lying about Cardi B when you've not done any work with her? But being within that gang underworld, you hear names, you go to events, you see people, and you're just like, why is this person here? Oh, she this low level this, she's this high level this. So those names come up. You know whose name did not come up, which is funny enough? Nicki Minaj's name never came up. And people thought that was quite odd. So his court transcript, the 6ix9ine's, is very telling. And the feds work long and hard. And if he was correct about Cardi B, if he was correct about Jim Jones, if he was correct about a number of other people who he had listed in that and thoroughly charging them, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. You understand what I mean? They're going to be in for a rude awakening. This is from Nikita K. Says allegedly he's running out of money and can't pay for security. That is actually incorrect. So when 6ix9ine had got released, he was signed to a $20 million deal. He not only, this is from TMZ, he not only signed an NDA with that record deal, but he was also in that NDA, allegedly, according to TMZ, and I think TMZ has a copy of it. He was also not allowed to disclose who the record label was. 6ix9ine is not out of money by far. 6ix9ine is not out of money by far. And the only reason why mainstream rappers stop talking about 6ix9ine, and I'm gonna tell you why. The main reason why mainstream rappers stop talking about 6ix9ine, you want to know why? It's because whatever record label he's signed to, they're also signed to. So that's why you only hear these like, third-rate rappers talking about him. You don't ever hear any big name rappers talking about him no more, do you? No, that's because whoever he signed to, they're all signed together. This from Jazzy Old Lady says, so because he was talking mess online is why they don't like him? Nothing else? I think so. This from Kel Freeman says 6ix9ine hung with gangs to build his image, even facilitated some of the crimes. He's not innocent. Who said he was innocent? Who said that? It's not hanging with gangs. He had no choice. There's a difference. It's 6ix9ine as an up-and-coming literal internet sensation against a local gang of well over 300 members. I don't think the group of 300 members are negotiating with 6ix9ine. Let's be for real. I think they saw his popularity. They saw the music videos he was shooting all over New York City. They saw the money coming in, and I think they and I believe the documentary. I think they muscled him into giving them a cut for their protection. I do believe. I don't think 6ix9ine walked up to an affiliate gang in his local neighborhood was like, and you're gonna do work with me. Doubtful. Okay, be for real. Doubtful. Or what makes more sense? That a local gang sees this kid making all of these music videos, going incredibly viral, making a ton of money, and muscling him and forcing him to work with them for a cut of it and protection. Which one makes more sense? Because common sense is where we're going to go today. This from Kamiko says, that's fact, Steph. When he signed to the label, all the snitches stopped talking. They quit talking. Wasn't it good? It was so good. They did a good job. If you guys haven't watched it, I think it's on Hulu. I think it's on Hulu, but you need to watch it because they did a really, 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 really good job on that 6ix9ine documentary. They didn't make 6ix9ine out to be a victim. They made it. They really focused on gang culture, and gang culture is incredibly terrifying. It is. If you somebody in the hood getting money, the gang want money too. They gonna either take it from you or you're gonna work with them. You know, they're either going to take it from you or you're going to work with them. And it seems like 6ix9ine was working with them until in that documentary, they were like, you need real management. You need real security guards. You need real this. You need real this. And when 6ix9ine was slowly trying to separate from Shotty and the Treyway, when he was trying to slowly separate from the gang Treyway or whatever they call themselves, and Shotty, his manager, that's when the gang started getting increasingly violent. And it got more dangerous. You understand what I mean? So 6ix9ine's only resort, he had to get arrested. You know, he had to. You know, he had to. From Suge says, Steph, everyone doesn't stand street code. No, they don't. This from Secura says, not with that rainbow hair. He wasn't telling nobody to do nothing. It was the other way around. Absolutely, absolutely. This from Pity Patty says, don't be made out to be a snitch and smash out. Y'all be cracking me up in the comments. Y'all be cracking me up. But yeah, so and the reason why we're all kind of like in this mixed review here in our comment section, you guys, this is the same way on Twitter. I'm gonna pull up some tweets and I'm gonna read them to you because everybody on Twitter is also kind of it's a mixed emotions. I'm gonna read you the first tweet. Somebody said, those dudes are going to jail, and 6ix9ine is definitely going to snitch, as he should. Somebody else said, this is stupid. This is stupid AF. Jumping a dude with no connection to you. Is this for clout? Are you trying to teach him a lesson? Are you trying to hold up to street code? This is dumb. They need to send them to jail. A lot of people like that tweet. Somebody says, I bet he's headed to tell management. Another person said, why would you record this? And I kind of got to agree. Somebody else tweeted and said, imagine being a 40-plus-year-old man jumping someone at a LA Fitness washroom that has nothing to do with you and nothing to do with your life over some rap drama. Yeah. Twitter is like, and as it should be. You should be split down the middle on this entire story because it's really dumb. It shouldn't have gone as far as it went. Now, will I say that 6ix9ine is incredibly disrespectful to rappers who have passed away? Yeah. Do I think that this is some sort of 6ix9ine karma? Also, yes. Yeah. And not in regards to the snitching, but more in regards to being the disrespectful to a slew of rappers who have died tragically. You know what I mean? Like Young Dolphin and King Von, I think his name is King, whatever his name is, I forget his name. And just being really massively disrespectful to the dead. So I feel like this is get back for that. This is definitely not get back for some, you know, whatever. Understand what I mean? Somebody else wrote and tweeted this, said, that's messed up. What happened to 6ix9ine? I hope they find the people that attacked him. Those people are not hard to find at the gym. You sign up with them and memberships is not right. Everyone knows why he got jumped over something that happened years ago just for snitching. So I said, damn, 6ix9ine video is genuinely wild. And I genuinely don't understand why somebody would do something like this, which is true because that guy who jumped him was just out of jail. He just got recently released out of jail. So now you're risking your own freedom by committing assault on camera. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And this other story, Boosie came out. Boosie's so messy. And what's his name? Chief Keef as well. Says 6ix9ine was jumped and brutally beat up by a group of men inside of a South Florida gym. It says, according to Boosie, tweeted and said, laughing my butt off, snitches get stitches. Chief Keef also took to the moment to laugh at 6ix9ine, and he retweeted a surveillance video of the attack, captioning it simply with a pair of laughing emojis. The 26-year-old rapper was attacked by several people in a LA fitness gym on Tuesday, and one who shared the video to social media of a pair of men hovering over Tekashi. Oh, looks Chief Keef is happy. Crazy. Let me get some of your comments. This from Brenna Love says, looks like he's on his way back to jail. Yeah. This from YMV says, those rainbow braids are threw off his focus where he couldn't see his eyes. Gotta keep your eyes open for the ops. Gotta keep your eyes open for the ops. You definitely gotta keep your eyes open because ops be everywhere. I don't understand why he was at the gym without his security. I don't understand why he was at a local gym. Why didn't he go to like Orange Theory? You know, or what's the other one called? The really fancy one. The one that Kanye West always raps about. What's the other one? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Equinox. Why did he get a membership at Orange Theory or Equinox? They're like very selective private gyms, and they only have like Equinox. And they're at any moment there's only like 10 or 15 people in there at a time. You know what I mean? Like they keep it really small because it's like, you know, they don't want it like all hot and steamy with like 28,000 people in there. So it's like at any moment during the day, Equinox is only about 10 people in there. You know what I mean? So 6ix9ine would have probably seen them coming. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. That's from Tasha says, good point. But like why he don't have a sauna in his house? Yeah. Or a gym. And I understand why people want to go to public gyms, like especially if 6ix9ine is always by himself, or you're always with security. Those are not your friends, you know what I mean? And he's really isolated. So it's understandable that he's like, I want to be social. I want to be able to work out social. Turns out you can't work out socially, you know. It's just something else you just got to mark off your box, 6ix9ine, because that's just something you can't do. And I understand people like to go to the public gyms because you just, you know, you're just around people and you can socialize. It's a nice feeling. You guys, we're human, we like to be social. So like so yeah. This from ABCD iPad 54 says, unfortunately, this is supposed to happen. Why else did it happen? I don't know. That's a good question, you guys. I don't know. This from Tamiri Marcel says, he really must be low on. He's not, you guys. Because if he had it, he'd be in a luxury apartment with a private gym and pool and a sauna. But I don't think 6ix9ine's out of money. Not by a long shot. 6ix9ine has a monetized. All of 6ix9ine's, you guys, social media is monetized. So 6ix9ine's probably making anywhere between $30,000, maybe $80,000 a month just on social media. He doesn't have to put out not one song. So, and his Twitch is apparently it's really popular. That's what I heard. I heard a lot of people talk about how popular his Twitch is, and Twitch is the highest paying social media platform. So yeah, you guys, like 6ix9ine's not broke. He probably was just thinking he could really go out without security as a flex. Turned out it was the worst flex he could have made because he got really fucked up, you know? You know, this is from Yao Cheetah says rappers usually blow up and public perception changes when they get attacked in public. He was like, nah, two weapons beat me up. My opinion will have a new track out soon. It's the first time he ever got stole on in public. It's the first time he ever got like got caught lacking, you know? Yeah, something about this statement seems true. Now remember, 6ix9ine is all about perception. And he is a social media genius. He is, you guys. Um, how do we not know this? I mean, I'm not trying to like turn into a conspiracy theory. I promise you I'm not. But like with 6ix9ine, not everything is not what it seems. It's not. How do we not know that this wasn't some sort of setup by him? 6ix9ine looks like he seems like the type of person to take an ass whooping for attention. And if you look on social media, the consensus is split down the middle. I shit you not. I shit you not. The consensus is split down the middle. There are a mass majority of people and celebrities saying this is not right. This is not right at all. And there's a other majority, a smaller majority saying he deserved it. He got what he deserved. But for the most part, what I've seen across social media is people like, this is not okay. This is not okay. Whether you like them or not, y'all doing really vile stuff. There are people around, there are children at those gyms. Like, you know what I mean? People put on their like professional hats in this situation. And my thing about it is like, knowing 6ix9ine knows the way that social media is curved. He seems like the type of person to take an ass whooping for some to be able to build clout off of it. I swear to God, he seems like that type of person. I would totally put my money on. If you said, Stephanie, do you think 6ix9ine set this up? I put my money on it was a setup by 6ix9ine himself. And I know this sounds crazy, but you guys, this man is a social media schizoid, you know, like social media is his bread and butter. Because now you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? When he gets out of the hospital and he does his first live stream on Twitch or Instagram, he's going to make a boatload of money. A boatload of money. And you know, the first people who are going to interview him, you already know. DJ Academics, No Jumper. The daily, what's it called? The daily something, I forget what they call it. All of those people are going to be scratching at each other's eyes to sit down and interview him and get a statement from him. That's more bread. I don't know. 6ix9ine seems like the type. He does seem like the type. That's from Tamiri says, at this point, he's just trolling nonstop for a few years. As I remember, he went hush hush after he was caught with Lil Nas X dudes. I think he went hush hush because then he came back and he had lost a ton of weight. He said he was not proud of his body. And I remember him coming back skinnier. What's up, Tati? How you doing today? I'm just saying. I don't put nothing beside people these days, honey child. Yochita says, nothing like a good old publicity whooping or beef to get it to get your social media going. Yeah, I could totally believe that. Yes, honey, Jesse Smollett. And you know it's going to be a setup if that guy doesn't get arrested. If that guy doesn't get arrested and 6ix9ine don't press charges, that's a setup. Yeah. Vlad. Mm-hmm. All of Shade Room, all of them. The whole story's a hot ghetto mess, y'all. Let's be for real. Story's ghetto. You know, it's just a hot ghetto mess. All right. It is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. These things be hot ghetto messes, but that's all I got for you guys today. Now we can sit here and key if you want to, Um, Now who throw bones on? I guess 6ix9ine will be the one who threw bones. What's up, Dewan? Hope, how you doing today? This from ABCD says, no way, fake. Did you see the video? He's not. Oh no, I don't think it's fake. No, I don't. I don't mean fake in the sense of like his scars are fake, the beating. No, I think 6ix9ine would take an ass whooping to revamp his social media presence. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the beating was fake. I think the beating was very much real. You understand what I mean? But I'm asking myself, do you think 6ix9ine would take an ass whooping to recharge, just charge his social media up just a hair? Hell yeah. What's up, Tasha? Did I miss Tasha K part? Yeah, that was the first part of our story. So you'd have to rewind back roughly 30 minutes. Just take the cursor if you're on your mobile phone and just slide it back, the red cursor at the bottom bar, and slide it back. And you can do it live while I'm live. You can do it and watch the Tasha K portion. Tasha K portion started at about the 10-minute mark. This one say Hudson 40 million views. That's how many hits his trolls post has. He ain't broke. He can live nicely off of his sponsors alone. Heck yeah. 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 This Jazzy old lady says, did you see your girl Cora got a new page? Child, she always got a new page. I told y'all that's her MO. She's probably watching us now. This one Jacqueline says, is 6ix9ine security even safe? They're pretty big guys. I like to think so. Yeah, probably. As for YMV says, he sacrificed his shoes because he was stumped out of the gym in his sauna. Yeah. Or they were still in the locker because he was in a sauna when it happened, you guys. That's why. He was in a literal sauna when it occurred. So, you know. See, there's a story I wanted to talk about today, but I didn't want to get to it. It was with Lotto and Ice Spice. I guess Lotto posted a picture and Ice Spice was trying to basically say that she was trying to copy her. And they kind of got into like a little bit of subliminals across the internet. I want to talk about it, but I don't give a fuck about either of them. There's a couple of other stories I wanted to talk about, but I just didn't care enough. So I guess we'll talk about the stories I didn't discuss. Hold on. Oh, let me go back. Why is Queen Latifah trending? Oh, it's her birthday or something. Okay. Candace Owens is trending because I don't like talking about her either. Candace Owens had put out a video saying that Skims, Kim Kardashian's company Skims, did a new campaign with women in wheelchairs in Skims. And Candace Owens basically says she was tired of when does it stop with inclusivity? So a bunch of women and men in wheelchairs are just like livid. And of course, Candace Owens is just, here's the thing about her. Here's the thing about her that I hate about Candace Owens. First of all, nobody watches her show. I just want to be clear. Okay. We probably have more viewers per month than Candace Owens does. No one watches her boring, garbage, hillbilly nigger show. Nobody watches that garbage. She's a dumb. And the only time she ever goes viral is when she says these enormously disgusting hot takes. That's it. So she has to continuously push the limit because now that she's talking about paralyzed people who want to have a sense of self-worth in how they dress, that is her new target that she is going to start bashing. Do you understand what I mean? So, and there's no one to defend her. Not even the staunchest of racists are defending her. You know? She has to continuously push herself further and further to the corner of the edge of space because she has nothing to talk about because she's not smart, and she's not allowed in white spaces because they don't need her because she's only a tap dancing coon, so they can only use her when they need to use her, and they don't need to use her on off seasons. So she has nothing else to talk about. You know, she's a pathetic person. Her husband's pathetic, And if they keep having kids, they'll just be more just tiny little pathetic little individuals who's raised by their mother. I'm telling you right now, when Candace Owens' kids get grown, they gonna disown her like it ain't her. Her kids gonna do a number on her. They're gonna do a number on her. They're gonna do a number on her. Here's the thing about Candace Owens that she doesn't realize how the world works. When you continuously put out vile stuff like that, thinking you're so funny and witty because you don't think people in wheelchairs should be able to wear underwear. Creepy. The more energy like that you put out in the universe, it all comes back to you. So in my head, Candace Owens is probably going to die horrendously of like cirrhosis of the liver or, cancer of the womb or something. She's going to die really slowly and agonizing pain. And she's going to lay in bed in hospice because her husband's going to leave her because most men leave their wives while they're dying and her kids won't show up. And she will be thinking about all those times that she destroyed her friendships with people who were probably like, most liberals and stuff. How she destroyed the relationships with her kids, how she destroyed her relationship with her family. She'll think about all the time she said the most vile, disgusting stuff. And I promise you, there won't be a person in sight to comfort her. Candace Owens is going to die a really slow, agonizing death. And that's really the sad part. And it happens to all of them. It happened to, look at Rush Limbaugh. Or do y'all forget who he, radio jockey, spun all kinds of conspiracy theories and sat on his podcast and smoked those cigars. Died horribly and painfully of cancer. Crazy. So Candace Owens is going to go out exactly like Rush Limbaugh. Exactly like Rush Limbaugh. She's going to go out exactly. Because when you spew hatred like that, it's got nowhere to go. It festers. You think about it, it festers. So she's going to die slow, horrible, agonizing, painful death alone with no man and no kids. And she may not even get a tombstone the way that she acts because I don't know who's going to bury her. Let's be for real. I don't know who's going to bury her, but Godspeed and good luck to her. I'm gonna get some of your comments. This from Jazzy Old Lady says, she's just weird. And the only thing I saw of hers I shared was about the fake wombs. Child. I'm the truth. This is from CRG says Chief sending back to her what she's put out. That's a wild part. Yeah, she's a nasty woman. So I hope she lives and enjoys the life she has now, but give it a couple years, she'll be dead in no time. That's why I never worry. That's why I'm just like, the people who go after Candace Owens, I said, don't worry about her. The universe will take care of Candace Owens. Like, y'all trying to get on the internet and correct her, like, oh, don't say that. And police her. Don't police her. Every bit of anger and nastiness that comes out of her mouth, every bit of it lives within her. She'll be dead in no time. I promise. Cancer is going to do a number on her and them edges. Okay. It's from a YD. Says Candace Owens' children. I'm going to drag her on social media like Kellyanne Conway's daughter did to her. If she lives that long, which I doubt, highly doubt. I highly doubt. I highly, highly, highly doubt. This is what Jazzy Old Lady says. You ain't lying. Most leave while their wives are dying. It's true. But it's true. So Mary said, what happened to let go and let God? I just gave it to you. I am. Okay, I am. Yeah, she's her person. Oh, so these are I'm just wrapping up the show with stories I would have discussed, but they were too stupid to talk about, which is a segment. Popeyes in Los Angeles. I was going to talk about this too. I was going to talk about all of this. So apparently people on Twitter are freaking out because Popeyes in Los Angeles has lost their motherfucking minds. And let me show you, because honey child, I done saved a picture of it. So people are freaking out because Popeyes in Los Angeles decided to up the prices of chicken. And take a look. This is from the Popeyes in Los Angeles. Let me try to zoom in 1 second. 16 piece, $62.99. People have lost their minds. People lost their minds all over Twitter. This is trending in the San Bruno, California area. A 16 piece family meal for $62.99. And people have collectively lost their minds on KFC. I'm sorry, Popeyes. That is ridiculous for chicken. That's a little ridiculous. They got bought out by Burger King. Did y'all know that or no? Or was I the only one who knew that? I feel like I was the only person who knew that. And every time I tell people that, they're like, no way. No wonder Burger King's chicken sandwiches got good. Yeah, because they didn't buy Popeyes because Popeyes is popular. They bought Popeyes because they wanted to buy the recipe, you guys. They wanted the chicken recipe. That's why Burger King's chicken sandwiches are so delicious. They're so delicious. I didn't know that. Come on, y'all. Yeah, they didn't buy it to save the restaurant. They bought it because they wanted the herbs and spices. That's all. This from Sean says, give me a whole damn field of chicken for that. First of all, you could buy 2 whole chickens. 2 whole chickens at Costco for $11 total. That's 16 pieces, baby. You could buy 2 whole raw chickens at Kroger or H-E-B or Publix for about $13, $11, $12, $13. Cut it up yourself and fry your own chicken. That's 16 pieces. 16 pieces is just two whole chickens. Ain't no way in the world 2 whole chickens that cost at Costco. If you buy the rotisserie chickens, those are 2 whole chickens for $11. Where's the other $50 coming from? Because those mashed potatoes ain't nothing but powder and water. That's it. It's just powder and water. And what else they got? Them red beans and rice that come from a dry box with them dry biscuits and them dry French fries. $62? I was gonna have them for lunch today, but it's Lent, so I can't eat fast food. But I was thinking about having them for lunch too. It's so delicious. Yeah, so that is also going on. What else is going on Twitter? Everything. This segment is everything I would have talked about, but we didn't give a fuck. Okay. What else? Why is King Bach trending? Oh, Vine. So if you guys, that's why King Bash or Bach, however you pronounce his name, he was a digital content creator on Vine, and he kind of blew up really respectively fast. If you guys know him, that's King Bach. Well, the reason why he's trending is because the CEO of TikTok is in DC now, and he has to sit for a congressional hearing. So people have been debating, if TikTok gets banned, where are we gonna go? And people are saying, hey, bring back Vine. Vine was great. Other people saying, what about MySpace? Not too bad. People definitely are not going back to Facebook or Instagram. So if we lose TikTok, we got to find a place to go. And YouTube is really not it. It's not really a social media place. You know, it's not a social media place. It's a social media platform, but it's not like all inclusive, all encompassing, your friends, stitching video. It's not that. So people are trying to figure out. So Vine is trending, MySpace is trending. So people are just trying to figure out, where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? The short answer is, we don't know. I don't know where we're gonna go, but God and peace be with us. Yeah. Yeah. So interesting enough. Black Planet. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. BLK, the dating app, also has a social media portion. Tons of people on here, you know. Now, granted, you can do everyone. You can do just men. You can do women. You can do just leaderboards. You can do everything. So you can go here. It is all social media, and people have a lot of fun on here too. So, granted, it's a dating app, but people do have a lot of fun hanging out. I hang out in these live streams because I think they're I think they're hilarious. I think they're hilarious. My friend and I, we enjoy trolling the BLK app. Oh, I guess he screen recorded this last night. There's no volume. Nope. But yeah, so we go into the live streams and we troll a little bit here and or there. Hello, the real estate insider. How you doing today? And thank you for the super chat. I hope you're having a really good new year. I haven't seen you since last year. That's from Jazzy Old Lady says, let me see if I can log back into Black Planet. Not Black Planet, honey. Y'all tripping in these comments. The Lee map, they shut down. Yeah, they're rebuilding and doing something new, I guess. YMV says, not cheap on BLK app commercial. Y'all, I like the BLK app. It's a nice app. It's a nice app. The live streams, they could use some work. They could use some work. The live streams could use some work. Sometimes they don't talk enough. They're quiet. Like, I'll show you an example of one. Hold on. I'm trying to find a good one. Some of them are good. Some of them are, yeah. This, yeah, it looks like a live show. You see, he's got like his lighting, and you see his people in there, and he's he's got a really nice LED light. I actually like that. It says Zitty Smitty. But yeah, it's just like a live stream, and they just interact with people, and now I go in there and I troll people. So I'm in the comment section. So if I see a guy and a girl on a live stream on the BLK app, I always ask them, "Is this your first date?" And I usually get blocked after. Not always. Sometimes I can survive. Sometimes I can survive and not get blocked, but sometimes I can get blocked, and it's hilarious. What about Reddit? Not enough pictures for me or videos. I need more pictures and videos. I'm a visual learner, okay? But I do like Reddit, and then I just don't like the threads. They look confusing. Clean it up a little, Amber says, Chief, why are they gonna shut down TikTok? Because TikTok has it's very popular. More people are using TikTok. More advertisers are spending money with TikTok. So it's taking money away from Facebook and Instagram. And that's a competition for Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook and Instagram lobbied Washington, and they told them that Facebook or TikTok was a threat to American national security, essentially, when it's not. TikTok had negotiated during the Trump administration to move their online servers to the United States so that our information was not being housed in China. And TikTok abided by it. They said, sure, we'll leave our servers there. But our threat to national security is not TikTok. I mean, it might be, essentially, but it's really just about selling data. And Facebook does that well enough alone by themselves. So Facebook lobbying to Washington saying, oh, TikTok's a national security threat is like literally like a robber going into the bank saying, oh, look, I think someone's about to rob the bank when they're the actual robber. It's weird. So people are protesting Facebook. If TikTok gets banned, people are not going back to Facebook. They're going to leave in mass exodus. It's going to be really bad for Facebook. Facebook is banking on the fact that people are going to, if TikTok does get banned, that people get bored enough and they'll come back. But I don't know. They might not. If we lose TikTok, I mean, I'm here on YouTube, so I don't give a fuck. But, my personal opinion on TikTok, they should delete it. It's quite toxic. Now, it's fun. I get it. And it's an information superhighway, and I get that too. But also, TikTok is quite toxic and dangerous. And I don't mean in a sense like, China's doing something. I don't mean like that. I mean that there's too many people on that app that are incredibly incredulous and dangerous in the sense of how they wield their audiences, how they lie, the misinformation they spread. It's a dangerous app in that sense. It emboldens stupid people. So in my personal opinion, I think they should ban TikTok from the United States. That's my personal opinion. I've seen a lot of good people get their lives ruined on TikTok because of toxic, disgusting people. Toxic, disgusting people. And I can name about 50 of them. So they should delete TikTok fast. And I'm for it. I'm with it. TikTok is too, I've seen it with my own eyes, and you'll never take that away. I've seen literal families destroyed by that app. So no, I don't support the saving of TikTok. If they can save it, hey, that's fine. You know, I make money on TikTok. I make pretty good money on TikTok, but I'm willing to give that money up if they delete the app. I'm willing to give it up, and I'll figure out. I'll supplement I'll go get a job at Burger King. I won't give a fuck. But TikTok is dangerous. It's dangerous. The way it emboldens people is dangerous. Trump told y'all about China. It has nothing to do with China though. TikTok is dangerous in its own right for how people act and how people treat their audiences and how people dox each other and mass report each other and people expose each other's children and dead grandma. It's disgusting behavior. You know what I mean? And it never happened on Facebook, and it damn sure didn't happen on Instagram. It's TikTok. And the marathon live stream, people being in live streams for 10, 20, 30 hours all day, every day on live stream. It's disgusting, y'all. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So TikTok, gotta go. And I will find a way to supplement my income somehow. You know what I mean? I'm a big girl. I can figure it out. But if someone asked me right now, should we ban TikTok? I'd be like, yes. But you guys, that's all that I have for you tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, here at the Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. Pray to God the zit goes away this week. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.